So we take the covers off with the reparations question. That's one of the reasons it's so fundamentally important, so Africans can become to understand who we are. We are not some force that's somewhere out on the periphery of the development of humanity. We are central to its development, historically, in historical terms, and even in what we might characterize as modern terms since the rise of capitalism itself. In fact, wouldn't be any such thing as capitalism except for what Europe did to African people. And so reparations helps us to understand that. And so now we get into the real deal. When we start dealing with the question of reparations, it ain't a question of making white people love you, right? And because I have seen you before. I have seen you when you've been fired from your job and you say, give me my damn money now. I have seen you respond when they say, we're going to put it in the mail Friday. You say, no, you're going to give it to me now. You understand? I know how you are and where that love will go when it comes down to dealing with this fundamental question here. You took my money, you took my resources, you stole every damn thing we got. I want it back. You understand? Then it takes you off the defensive in your struggle. You're not some person on the defensive, always on your knees, and you reject those people who say they speak for you when they're crawling on their bellies all the time, on their knees, begging for things. You understand, we don't have to beg for anything. And once we begin to understand that, you see, the question of reparations is easily resolved in the final analysis. It ain't going to be resolved in the courtroom, I believe, going to the courtroom. Ain't going to be resolved by no legislation. Go there. I'm not against that. I say mobilize everybody you can. But when masses of African people come to understand that this whole thing was built as a consequence of the theft of our labor and resources, the people will take what belongs to us. And they ought to take it. The people will take it. It's ours. That's how we got our freedom. It was Nat Turner who said, strike at night and spare no one. That's the thing that gets you your freedom. I know people like to believe Abraham Lincoln gave you something, but it was people like that, people like Harriet, that got our freedom, you understand? And they ain't gonna give you reparations. I don't give a damn, your case can't be good enough in court to get reparations. Look at how the United States is dealing in the world courts right now. It doesn't give a damn about what the world court says. It's got the guns, doesn't care. The thing that will win it for us, though, is masses of people being won ourselves to the righteousness of this thing, and we will take what belongs to us. And that's why we say, let's build the reparations movement. And let's take it away from this justice concept of going to court and taking it to the legislature. Let's not fight against that, and we'll even support it. You understand? But the central question must be the masses. Take it to the people. Let that brother who's out there on the streets and that sister understand what has happened to him. His future has been stolen. 400 years ago, they stole your future. They got it in banks and they all downtown. They got it in high-rises all downtown. They got it in the stock. It's yours. Let him understand that. Then watch the system begin to shatter. Watch this young brother when he'll be standing before a judge. And this white man in his black robe tells him that I want to sentence you for such and such a thing, for stealing such and such a thing. And watch what happens with the judicial system when this youngster is armed with an understanding of who the real thief is. And will tell the judge, no, you got me now, sucker, but I understand who the thief is. I understand that I haven't stolen a damn thing and that everything you got, you stole it from us. Watch what happens to a system when the masses are able to turn their backs on it in that fashion. The system requires your belief in it in order for it to survive. And once masses of people have been rejected, you will see it happen. I saw it happen in the 60s. The Black Revolution of the 60s defeated U.S. imperialism ideologically and politically, turned our backs on it. Lots of people turned their backs on America. Began to create our own political organizations, created our own schools, everything, all around this country. And because we defeated it politically and ideologically, America did the only thing it could do, and that was to attack us militarily. Wasn't because we had snipers in the streets and et cetera. They didn't kill Malcolm because he had a gun in his hand, because he defeated them ideologically. And our movement defeated them politically, and they couldn't tolerate that. Except next time we know how it responds. You know, if you defeat them ideologically and politically, you've got to be ready for the rest of it, don't you?